Morning. Welcome to Cycle Zen. It's day 2 and we had our first night and we survived thanks to our 4 season sleeping bags. Yeah. Lacey's just gone to have a wash up and stuff. And we had a nice little breakfast. Coffee. These are like they're a bit like hot cross buns. They're really nice. Peanut butter. And also we're camped, like basically the campsite's full of apple trees and pear trees, so I've eaten about 4 apples as well. And yeah, there's a little bit of rain this morning, but that's stopped now, so it's about 9 a.m. We're going to set the tent down, and then we are heading in the direction of Cologne. First of all, we're going to go through Rotterdam, and then our first point we're heading for is a big bridge called, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, Moerdijk Bridge, which is a big bridge that crosses a big kind of river in Holland. So yeah, should be a fairly long ride to get there, and I'm sure there'll be some more stops on the way. So I need to pack all of this up and get ready and get on the bike. So next time you see me, I will be probably outside putting the tent out.
Filming the inline skater. So here we are, cycling through Rotterdam en route to what I'm going to call the A16 bridge. It's got a name, but I can't remember at the moment. But basically, it crosses South Holland to the part where we need to get to Eindhoven. So that's where we're going at the moment. You can probably hear it's quite breezy. It usually is. Whenever we turn up in Holland, there's a headwind like no other. That's why they don't need mountains around here, because you just learn to train, or you trained cycling in massive headwinds. So that's why the Dutch are very good cyclists. It's been a lovely morning. After we woke up at the camp, there was a couple who about our age, they're late 30s, early 40s. They had a daughter, and they were camping and helping out at the campsite. And the lady came over, she was Spanish, and she was just saying how much they wanted to bike pack, and as a family they were going to start doing like little trips, and then eventually they were hoping to do some big trips, and they were looking at our setup and rather impressed, which was cool. And it was really nice, because the people we kind of aim to talk to and you know, hopefully will enjoy our videos are those that are new to this. and you know, we do things a bit odd, and we're not super elitist, lightweight packers and all that stuff. So yeah, we have a lot of time for people like that. And it made us realise we absolutely need to get business cards. So yeah, they were really looking at our setup and asking loads of questions. So you know, it would have been a perfect time to point them in the YouTube channel, but obviously we didn't. So maybe there's something to think about in the future. Anyway, I'll hopefully get some nice background shots of Rotterdam. It's a bit sunny, so if I point the other way, I don't think you'll see anything. Yeah, so here goes. It could be Rotterdam or anywhere, Liverpool or Rome, 'cause Rotterdam is anywhere, anywhere but home. I need to learn more than just the chorus, really.
The women tuck their hair like they're trying to prove it won't fall out. And all the men are gargoyles dipped in long Irish stout. The whole place is pickled, the people are pickles for show, and no one knows if they've done more here than they ever do in a job. This could be Rotterdam or anywhere, Liverpool or Rome, 'cause Rotterdam is anywhere, anywhere alone, anywhere alone. Everyone is blonde and everyone is beautiful, and when blonde are beautiful multiple, they become so tall and beautiful. And when faced with tall and beautiful, they fire red warning flares, battle cocky personality with red underwear. This could be Rotterdam or anywhere, Liverpool or Rome, 'cause Rotterdam is anywhere, anywhere alone. This could be Rotterdam or anywhere, Liverpool or Rome, 'cause Rotterdam is anywhere, anywhere alone. Hey guys, so here we are in Rotterdam. It's about 12 o'clock on day 2. It's a little bit windy here because I'm by the river. We've just cycled through Rotterdam and it's been lovely actually. It's a lovely city, it's quite industrial, but there's just a nice feel about it with it being autumn and all the trees and stuff. And then we were coming along the river, on the river path, and I had this strange feeling. I was like, I'm sure I've been here before, and I did come through Rotterdam on one of my very first cycle tour, very first time. And then we came around the corner and suddenly I was just like, oh yeah, this is it, this is where that fateful evening where I basically slept on a park bench in Rotterdam by myself, which is probably I think it's actually about 10 years ago now. So it's kind of crazy because it hasn't changed at all. And here is the said bench. And now I have a wife and some decent bicycles. And the first time I really didn't have either of those things. I was, I was 26 years old, and I'm 36 years old now, so it was 10 years. And that was when I set off on my little £50 bicycle. And again, I don't think I even had a smartphone back then. I think I just had some maps of Germany and France. I don't think I even had a map of Holland. And I just kind of, I had a compass, and I was kind of heading south. And I ended up going through Rotterdam, thinking, oh, I'll just find a campsite, and never did. And it got late and cold. And I remember sitting on this bench and thinking, having this view in the background. And it was one of those moments actually where I was maybe a little bit down, a bit tired, and a bit kind of thinking, what am I doing? This is a crazy thing to do. But yeah, I remember getting my sleeping bag and just falling asleep to the sound of some gabba techno that was going on in the background, because apparently Rotterdam is the home of gabba techno. So yeah, and it's so nice to be back here now and just feel like time, all the things that's led on me to doing. So I thought I'd share that moment with you. But yeah, we're going to have a little snack now, maybe find a spot to pee, and then head back on the road and hopefully get to this bridge in a few hours, a couple of hours, maybe an hour, who knows. Stay tuned.
I think I need a D-jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Join me.
Hey guys, welcome back to Cycle Zen. Cycle Zen. Almost Lindsay. but not quite. Where are we? Lucy?
We are just outside Breda
Just south of Breda.
in a lovely bit of nature reserve.
A bit of forest.
Yeah.
Apparently we're supposed to be by a lake, but you know, if anyone's concerned about climate change, the lake has vanished and it's now just a puddle.
Yeah.
And it still looks like a lake on Google Maps, but it's still quite beautiful. And well, I thought I'd show everyone what we eat, you know, because the people need to know.
Well, I've just got to say we're obviously done 70, 80 kilometres nearly.
70, 80 kilometres. It's
80
about, what
kilometres.
is this, about 6 o'clock?
Yeah. And we're in desperate need of food.
Yeah, we've eaten a fair bit already today, but you know, there's never a reason not to eat on a cycle tour. So I thought I'd show you a little bit. I basically do the shopping and most of the cooking, so I get to choose the food. And when you don't have much capacity for weight on the bike, it's important to choose lots of, you know, the right foods basically. So I've always said, hey, you can eat everything on a cycle tour, but the truth is, like, you want to try and eat some good stuff to recuperate, you know, all your nutrients and energy and stuff that you lose. Otherwise you will crash and you will bonk, which is a cyclist term for basically running out of energy and feeling like you're about to die. So we don't want that. So what have we got? We've got salad leaves, tomatoes. Again, always eat some salad because it's nice. And you were saying this, weren't you, earlier, that you never have the desire to eat salad unless you're on a cycle tour.
And then all I want to eat is nice food, healthy
But yeah,
food.
it's full of nutrients. And we've got some water boiling. Can I just show that?
Yeah.
Show my little... That's the water little setup there, my little cooking pot.
Yep.
Let's put you back. That's alright, isn't it? Move that there.
I can check.
We've got some packet soup. This is basically like a soup base. It's a tomato flavour. It's, you know, it's nothing gourmet, but the reason I get it because it's light, it's small, and it's nice to have something hot in it, and also it's really salty. The other thing that I always like to get, even though it takes up quite a bit of space and weight, is salad dressing, because
Just checking.
well, it makes your salad taste better, obviously, but also it's got lots of oil and fat in there, and again, normally lots of salt, which is good. Then I've got some linsen, which I'm hoping are lentils by the looks of it. So some protein.
Yeah. Can I show you my favourite?
Your favourite thing, of course. Lisa, you can't have
The young'un.
meal without it.
The young'un is the best, but you can
Cheese.
get the
It's cheese, isn't it?
what's the old one? Is it old?
I think they just call it old, yeah.
Yeah.
Old and young cheese. That's what you see a lot in Holland, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's very nice.
And it's obviously, that's the maturity, isn't it, I think. Some of the old ones are a bit challenging for the British palate. But
Some of my
yeah,
favourites.
cheese is nice. Again, cheese is good because it doesn't take up much space and you get a lot of calorie per weight ratio in there. Bread, can't beat bread. And oh yeah, and of course shitloads of water.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's about it, isn't it, really?
Yeah, the bread's going in the
I
soup.
think my soup's going to be ready soon. So.
Okay.
And then the plan tonight is, well, don't tell anyone, but we're not going to a campsite tonight. We're just going to sleep somewhere in the woods. Not in these woods though. We're probably going to go a bit further out of town and get ourselves very
Rural.
in the middle of nowhere, because basically it's a Sunday and no one likes you turn up to a campsite on a Sunday evening, and normally there's just no one around or on reception, so
Nope.
the weather's nice, and we've done a lot of K today, so we'll literally just find somewhere, throw the tent up and have a kip, yeah. And then it's also nice because it means you wake up quite early, doesn't it, when you wild camp?
Yeah.
And as we found today, when we woke up in the campsite, we were all ready to go and hit the road, and this lovely woman
As I
came
described
over to
earlier.
us. Actually, she kind of like ran over to you. I saw her
Yeah,
like
yeah,
run over to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You've already described. We had a lovely conversation with her though.
No. Well,
about,
yeah.
about camping and about
But it was quite involved. It
cycle touring.
It was a
Yeah.
long conversation, and then we stopped and had another long conversation.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's really nice. It's obviously it's lovely talking to people, and and people often like, I don't know. I think it's just the look of us with our bikes and stuff. And obviously we're always quite happy, and people just want to like talk to us and find out what we're doing, where we're going, which is always nice. But then sometimes, like this guy today.
It's a little
Who,
odd.
I don't know, within 2 minutes he wanted to talk about politics and religion, which always kind of makes me go a bit, okay, the two subjects I don't like to just talk about randomly with strangers.
It was kind of like it started off saying, where do you get the money to do this?
Yeah.
Which is always
And then
an
he said, what do you
interesting
think about Brexit?
And what do you
I was
think?
like, what? Really, dude? I was like, haven't we put that one to bed?
They were
Like,
too-
can
he's
we
too
not
open
bring
in
that subject
topics.
up? And Brexit, God, and immigration, where he's
Oh yeah,
topics of
immigration.
discussion.
Immigration.
So he was a nice enough guy, but
He'd also
some
done a
people just
cycle
want to
tour.
talk to you, and
Right.
that's the thing is like sometimes you just want to get going, and also sometimes you're actually really tired, and you're trying to like eat, and when you want to eat, like the last thing you want to do is try and hold a conversation with someone because you just want to shove food in your mouth, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah,
there you go.
but it was funny. It was
Cycle
nice.
tour, you will make friends. If you find that you just like talking to people and you haven't got enough people to talk to, go cycle touring, because people will come to you and they will talk and they will give you their opinions on politics and religion, which is
Bizarrely.
always interesting. But hey ho, this is what people do, I suppose. So yeah.
Oh, looking good.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I'm tired of talking to a camera, so
Watch the wild camp.
go away.
Cue the wild
Go.
camp.
Enough. The whole place is pickled. The people are pickles for sure. And no one knows if they've done more here than they ever would do in a job. This could be Rotterdam or